So, yeah, no would be the thing you would be saying if you're a Liverpool fan. You'll be cheering if you're a Wolves fan. Getting the winner at the end of this. Wins have not come easily to Wolves at the bottom of the table right now. But doesn't that just tell you how things have been for Liverpool this season? What a damaging defeat that is against the side that are bottom of the table in the Premier League. Here's how things are looking at the top half of the table. Liverpool in 5th outside the top 4. And that's after 29 games played, as we welcome in Frank Leboeuf to talk more about this. And we will hear from Frank in just a moment. But first of all, Stevie, we've got to get your reaction on that.
I mean, the first half was pretty forgettable. Second half, the positive thing I would say is that there's no question Liverpool went for the game, dominated the ball. But dominating the ball and doing something with it and creating chances and scoring goals are two different things. And today, they did neither of those things, really. I said in the highlights there, the final pass, the final decision was horrible. And when you are defending champions and when you are trying to get in the Champions League, going forward, putting the opposition under pressure away from home, dominating the play, isn't enough. You have to take the other step and create clear chances and score goals, particularly against a team who are bottom of the league and who are going down. And it's not acceptable to lose in the way they did to Wolves. Wolves had 2 shots on goal. They scored 2 goals. So not only talking about going forward, where in the final third, the final decision, the final pass was just horrible. And the one we showed in the highlight with Mo Salah, although he scored a goal, the goalie should have saved it. And he really didn't contribute anything again all evening. I could say you for the next 10 minutes and tell you everything that went wrong for Liverpool. But it's actually just... tonight's a microcosm of what's been happening all season. Poor decision making, not creating enough, front players not doing enough, front three done pretty much nothing much tonight at all. And then defensively you lose 2 goals from a team that has 2 shots. So it's just another game in the season that Liverpool are having that has turned out the same.
What's your biggest concern from what you saw from Liverpool tonight, though?
My biggest concern is that it doesn't matter who Liverpool play against. They can lose. That you know, it's one thing to talk about big games in a season, playing Man United or Man City or Arsenal or in Champions League, playing Real Madrid and Barcelona. But when your team is stepping on the field, regardless of the opposition, and you are not sure what you're going to get, that's not what's acceptable at a club like Liverpool. It's not acceptable.
The most 90th minute goals conceded in Premier League history for Liverpool right now, after today.
Again, it's not a surprise. It's been happening all season. And initially, at the start of the season, we thought, OK, they'll sort it out, it'll calm down. But it hasn't. You know, they've continued to, as a unit, not be effective. They've continued to give sloppy goals away, like today. And again, back to what I said 30 seconds ago, it really doesn't matter who the opposition are. Everybody that plays against Liverpool knows they're going to get a chance and knows that they're probably going to score.
Even the team that had only won 2 in the Premier League.
Even the team that had only won 2 all season.
Yeah.
All season.
I wish people at home or those listening to the podcast could feel this disappointment emanating from Stevie right now. It's a frustration mixed with acceptance that, well, this is just who we are. And it's such a difficult place to be given the success of this very same team last season. It's hard to explain on a weekly basis, as Stevie has to do, why things continue to go wrong. But if you just watch this game today in particular, and you didn't know about their struggles over the course of the season, it would be easy to understand why they have been so inconsistent. Their inability to complete passes with precision in the final third, their inability to move ahead of the ball, and once they get into tight areas, that those quick combinations actually amount to anything productive. Their inability to make the correct decision when they're isolated in 1v1 situations in wide areas. Take somebody on, please. Somebody get the ball and get after a defender. And it just doesn't happen. They turn away from it and they pass the ball backwards. And then how vulnerable they are to one or two passes being completed out of pressure by the opposing team, and now Liverpool are depending on Konate or Van Dijk or somebody with a sliding challenge filled with desperation to try to salvage something. This team is far, and I don't have to say this to Steve because he knows it, it's far from what the expectations were coming into the season. And now that the expectations have changed dramatically, they're still far from where they need to be in order to somehow salvage a season that seems otherwise lost.
How damaging is this result for Liverpool tonight, Frank?
Well, I guess big time. And if there is an acceptance from Stevie, I mean, in a neutral point of view, you say, what? They are fighting for a spot in the Champions League? This team, that you don't see the difference between them and the last team in the league? That's appalling. Comparing to what we saw last season, comparing to even what we saw at the beginning of the season, where they were scoring goals last second every games and winning and getting points. But I don't recognize some players, and I don't know if we can talk about professionalism, but they don't have the guts that they had before. I mean, the goal they conceded, the first goal, Van Dijk, who is named one of the best defenders in the world. I mean, I've been moved, pushed like so easy. I could have done that as a bad defender that I was, because I wasn't the best defender in the world. I had all the tools, but not a person like Van Dijk. I don't understand that. What's wrong with him? But what's wrong with McAllister? What's wrong with Gravenberch? I don't even talk about Mo Salah. He scored a goal today, but you showed the last part that he should have given to, I forgot who he was, maybe Szoboszlai, but that was insane. That was insane, you know. That's so easy, and that guy knows how to do it, and he was late. He was late on giving the pass, and everything was bad, was slow in the first half, was a little bit better in the second half, but the spirit, the stamina, nothing showed up. And it's not the spirit of Liverpool. Liverpool, and it's why I think Stevie is quite upset about the situation. He knows the spirit of that club, he knows how it works, and that spirit disappeared in like 10 months.
What's your reaction to what Frank's just said, Stevie?
Can't disagree with a word. I can't disagree with a word. It really is. Compared to what we were talking about this time last year, it's unrecognisable. It's unrecognisable. Listen, there's after you win the title, it's always harder the second year. It's always harder. And very rarely do teams win it twice in a row. But to drop off so badly is a complete and utter head scratcher. And yes, they've made changes, and the supposedly changes were, my goodness, we were talking about who's going to challenge this team before the ball was kicked. Oh my goodness! Now listen to us. We're talking about they might not get in the Champions League spots. So it really, for me, it depends on Chelsea. If Chelsea continue to do what Liverpool are doing, then we'll have a little race for the 5th spot. That's not the goals of Liverpool Football Club, to have a race for 5th.
I think by now, Stevie has gone through the threshold of being angry, and how now it reminds me when my mom used to get angry with me, and when she said, "I'm not angry, I'm disappointed."
Yeah, I think it might have got to the indifference point.
Yes, it's like, you know, it's not even anger anymore, because you can only get angry so many times. Now it's just like, well, this is who we are. This is what this team is. And so it really, you're wasting your time if you're getting angry about this. But it's just continued disappointment, continued frustration, because this team at no point does it seem like they're going to get consistently better.